Welcome to a brand new edition of your favorite request show happening right here on Radio 1 FM91. Dost Kya Scene with me, Dino, live on Radio 1 FM91. Aapko pata hai ki we bring you the best of international music, best of international artists, Asian brothers and sisters who are just blowing it up big time all over the world. And aapko bata denge right now on the phone that we have all the way live from Canada is an artist that is probably one of the best Canadian Asian music exports that have ever come out of Canada. One of the best artists I feel, in my opinion, that have come out from Canada in recent times. 10 years of contributing to the underground Bollywood and urban music scene as one of the major producers of Desi urban music in Canada. You know, this guy, he's done it all. He's done like he's added a lot of different kind of music within his sound, whether it's Hindi classical, pop music, hip hop, R&B, reggae, house, dancehall. He's done it all. And his latest single, Tum Habibi, is already like blowing up big all over the world, featuring DDP, rapper Joe Louis. It's already climbed up the charts in the UK, having peaked at #1 on Sunrise Radio UK and #3 on Buzz Asia charts in London. The track has already created quite a buzz in the first few weeks, and what a brilliant tune. I have to say, we've been playing it on Radio 1 FM91, and we cannot wait to get our hands on more material from this artist. I've been a fan for a while. I've been playing his tunes like Divana for a very long time on the show, and people have just been texting in, sending in messages, emailing in, saying that yeah, you have to get this guy for an interview and speak to him and find out what is going on with this artist. And recently a lot of big things have happened, something to do with a certain famous big budget blockbuster called Yamla Pagla Divana, which we're going to discuss as well. A lot of things he's done in Bollywood and for the things he's going to do in Bollywood. So please welcome a very, very talented artist all the way live from Canada, Mr. Parichay. What is up?
What's going on, Dino? How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right, brother. I'm doing all right. All over Pakistan, everybody's like really excited right now. In the studio, people are just like, "Whoa, Parichay's on the mic." So what's going on, brother? What's happening with you?
Nothing. You know, it's one of those days where you get some time off. I know in 20 minutes I'm going to be back in the studio working, so there's music on my mind, man.
Okay. So like the work is on. I mean, Parichay's in the studio making some new beats. What's the deal? What is happening with Parichay nowadays? What's the latest?
Well, the latest is, first of all, I want to thank everybody for the love and support, because that's now helping me finish my second album even faster.
Right.
I have a huge single coming out next month.
Okay.
And I feel like this is something, no one in the game has ever done anything like this.
Wow.
I'm rapping, I'm singing in English, I'm singing in Hindi, Urdu. I've written the song, and it's my production as well. So really excited about that project, and that's really my key focus right now. So
no doubt. We're all really excited. I mean, it sounds really exciting. I mean, like you always mix different stuff up together and come up with a unique sound. Now, obviously, your first album, No Boundaries, which came out in 2009 under Times Music in India, and the next album, what we've heard, is titled All New Everything. Is that what it's called?
That's right.
And the next single, which I've heard, is also called Supersonic Love. Is that true?
Supersonic Love is definitely one of the next, I'd say one of the next 4 video singles.
Right, okay.
But my immediate next single is called Queen of Spades.
Queen of Spades. Queen of Spades. All right, now that sounds like a personal experience. Like, do you know any Queen of Spades out there? Like anyone that you dealt with?
There's a ton of Queen of Spades out there, man. But it's just about finding the right Queen of Spades. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you're getting at. Yeah.
I'm a fan of poker,
right?
And obviously, I'm a huge fan of music, so it's kind of bring the two together.
That's brilliant.
Doing something for the ladies at the same time for the fellas too, so something everyone can relate to. In terms of the sound, it's very hip hop. Infusion with old school Bollywood and everything. It's a mashup of different genres, man. I just hope everyone likes it.
I'm sure they will. Now, like you say, brother, everything you just told us about the next single, which you're going to mix everything up. You're like singing in Urdu, you're rapping, you're singing in English. The sound is obviously going to be different, like always. And now, tell me, how did this like whole formula come about? I mean, you always have experimented with different sounds. I mean, you always twist it around. You put some Hindi classical into it. You always put some some R&B into it, dance hall into it. How does this work? How does Parichay like come up with a concept for a song? How does it work out?
The way, honestly, this is basically all my music is a reflection of what I grew up to and what I listened to myself. So I grew up listening to, Muhammad Rafi Saab and Kishore Kumar and Mukesh and all the legends of indie music.
Right.
And having lived in Toronto for so long, obviously I'm a huge fan of reggae and reggaeton and hip hop and R&B and rap and all of that. So bringing the two together is just a natural thing to me,
Right.
It can't be either or, because I listen to both forms and all different styles of music. So it's just kind of natural when I'm making something, I just want to bring everything into it and into every song. So that's kind of my style. There's nothing I really follow. Right. And you got to go with the vibe for it.
All right, cool. Now you obviously you made your major debut at the age of 13. You participated in ZTV's Antakshari. Now since then, Parichay, there's so much that's happened with you. I mean, I'm sure you've toured the world. You've done like albums. You've worked and you've collaborated with some major names in the game. There's so much that's happened with Parichay. But what has been the highlight since then? Like, what has been the major thing that still stands out for Parichay?
First of all, Antakshari is the one platform that kind of told me that I can maybe take this to the next level, because music was always my thing, but I wanted to be a pilot, I wanted to be a jockey, I wanted to play cricket, I wanted to play soccer, I wanted to, like everyone else, there's a million other things I've wanted to do. Antakshari is one of those platforms that kind of told me, I love the stage, I have no stage fright, and
you probably got up there and you probably got up there and you're like, I can do this, man, I can live this lifestyle.
I can do this, and I love it,
Right.
And even today I tell my family, I can't believe I get paid to do what I do.
Oh, no doubt, it's the best job in the world. Yeah, I'm sure.
It's the best job in the world, man. It's a blessing. So every little step throughout since 1995 until now, is definitely a highlight. There's a million things I can talk about when it comes to highlights, because even in a negative experience that you have, you turn that into positive, and something good comes out of it, and all of a sudden that becomes a huge highlight in your life, right? So that's how I take things. But there's been many things, and it's just about being positive and continuing to do what I do, man.
Right. And now let's talk about obviously the big major news that's been going around for a while now. Everybody's really excited. You're working with RDB. Now RDB is probably one of the biggest groups in Asian music, period. Like they're legendary, right? And you're working with RDB. I think you're signed with the label 3 Records, and RDB is obviously such a big name. We interviewed RDB on my show like a while back, and they're just amazing guys. I mean, they're so funny, so random. How does it feel to be working with RDB? I mean, they're such a big name.
See, just like you said, man, they've been in the game for such a long time. They've continuously put out good music, hits, and a track record speaks for itself, right? So with 3 guys, slightly different personalities, do different things for the group and musically. So, to be able to chill with them and learn from them. And the one thing people ask me, what do you say to young people that are starting out? I think the number one most important thing is to learn. The second you tell yourself you know it all, you're done, you're finished. Right. So, and I love the fact that I get to learn from these guys and hang out with them, and whether it's musically or, the business aspect of the music industry, whatever it is, it's a great vibe, man, and we just roll like family, So Supersonic Love is actually the track I got featuring RDB and Indiecore on it, so. Right. Look forward to that project. It's going to be hot.
For sure. I'm sure it's going to be hot. All right, now, since let's go back a bit. Like, you told us that when you were growing up, you obviously wanted to, like, try different things besides music. Like, you wanted to be a pilot, you wanted to be this, you wanted to be that. But if Parichay was not a musician, right? If this music thing did not happen, what would Parichay be doing right now?
I'd probably be a pilot, to be honest.
Really? You probably probably be like flying those G5s, taking the ladies all over the world. I get what you're coming from. Yeah. I know where you're going with this.
I'd be flying a G6.
Right. I get it. Okay, so you'd probably be a pilot. Okay, that's cool.
I'd probably be a pilot for sure.
All right, so